Hello, everybody. Welcome again to Opening Up the Closet with Trippet. I am your host, Trippet. In this channel, we seek to address some of the issues that we have kept in our minds, in our unconscious and subconscious. As a child, as a teenager, as an adult, some of these issues, they don't allow us to even get to our purpose. The stresses that gives us anxiety. Some we have control over, some we do not have control over, but then that is what we want to talk about and know and realize and make an attempt at least to work on them so that we can become holistic human beings. Thank you very much for joining us and welcome again. The last few weeks, I have been having the privilege to handle teenagers. I have been talking to young adults and teenagers, and again, I'm very grateful for the parents and guardians who gave me that opportunity to talk to their children. I also want to take this opportunity today to highlight a few things that I noticed or I realized with some of our teenagers. There are things that they go through, some we see as parents, some we do not see because they struggle with them mentally. And so when we have mental talks, those are the things we seek to address. We realize that our children struggle and grapple with things that sometimes they don't even understand how and why. And when they talk to me, then I get to help them understand what they think they could be going through. They realize that some of them are just stages of development and they will, outdo them or outlive them. And some they have to keep carrying with them even as they grow. But then they need someone to understand and give them that kind of direction. So feel free if you're a parent or guardian to always reach me if you want someone to just listen without judging. I know sometimes you make a joke about it, but really listen without judging and help our teenagers and young adults to understand themselves holistically. So I will mention a few. There's so many things that our teenagers grappling with, but I will just talk about a few that I kind of noticed that were really strong for them. So one thing that we take for granted so much is identity. Our children are trying so hard to understand who they are. They could be knowing their names, they could be knowing their ages, the schools they're in, but that's just about it. Some of them are still wondering like, why do I behave the way I behave? Why do I look the way I look? Do I look like my grandparent? Do I look like my parent? Do I look like why am I behaving the way I am behaving? Is this a biological factor? Am I acquiring this from my environment? So they seek to understand their identity. When I address this with them, then we go deep, we go way back to where they come from and to the personalities of people that they originate from so that they try to understand how they are the way they are. Some ask themselves, but why do I behave this way? I have no control over it. So I seek to help them understand where this could be coming from, including their current environment, just in case it is originating from there. There's a lot that we discussed regarding that, and as I said today, I will just mention quite a few. The other thing that I noticed that is affecting a few of our young adults and teenagers is the relationship within our homes, between parents, between the children, and between anybody else who lives with them. And this really affects them because sometimes they are not. What I mean is, you don't have to seek permission from them to allow anyone in your home, but there are instances where you have to sit down with these young adults. Remember, I'm not talking about children, I'm talking about teenagers and young adults. Sometimes they seek to understand this is my space, this is our family space. Why is somebody extra there? So just mentioning for them so that they know who this is, because remember at this point they're also struggling with a lot of relationship issues themselves too. So they might not know, and they might get themselves sometimes in small or serious dangers with the people that they live with in the same house. The other thing I want to talk about, but with caution because there's a lot surrounding it, is a separation of parents. All this is affecting a lot of teenagers who want to understand why. Some even think that they could be the cause for separation of their parents. I think parents, we need to talk to our children. We need to let them know up to their level of what they can understand. Remember, at this stage, they are headed towards adulthood, and they do not want to carry pain and rejection of what they do not know where it came from. So, can we just have a moment and let them know or explain to them what happened so that they are aware? Self awareness, and also just being generally aware about their surrounding and what's happening in their family, the people they love, they live with, is really, really, really basic. The other one is the schools that our children in, or our children see a lot in some of those schools where we take them. Let's have a moment and just debrief with them when they come from school. Ask them, how is it? Can you tackle the very, very important topics that nobody wants to talk about? Can we tackle gayism? Can we tackle alcohol use and abuse? Can we tackle drug use and abuse? Can we tackle groupings, friendship? They are trying to understand some of these things, and sometimes it overwhelms them. Otherwise, we wonder and ask ourselves, who are these children who are in these schools who are, doing some of these things? How are they raised? How are they not raised? So let's get a chance and talk to our children about that too. So there could be many, but as I say today, I just wanted to mention a few and let you know that when I have mental talks with them, these are some of the things that they share with me, and then we get to understand them. So again, feel so free to always call 0752 and allow me the chance to be able to speak with your teenager. As we do that also as adults, we could be having some issues that we are struggling with. Some we don't even know where they come from, some we know, but we have pushed them in our unconscious and subconscious minds. We want to address those issues just so that we understand where we are going. Otherwise, we feel stuck every day of our lives. So, right now, I'm doing virtual sessions which are working very well, and I'm handling a lot of clients from every part of this world. So, do not worry as far as you are as sleepy as you are in your room, as busy as you are in your office, and you could manage an hour's break. That is all we need to be able to have at least one full session. So reach out and don't get bogged. Don't feel the heat and pressure and struggle alone. I am always here to listen to you anytime, every time. So if you have queries, please reach out. Please email if you can. And I am always here for you. Until next time, have a good day.